Bonjour. This is Uncle Bruno here, back in San Francisco. I'm with Uncle Kalpana, calling in. Kalpana built with her colleagues our platform, our cancer data platform, Clean, that was used at ESMO. I just came back from ESMO in Berlin, and this was terrific. So much data. And today we're going to see with Kalpana, we're going to walk you through how Clean, the platform, and associated products can help follow up not just before and during, but now after ESMO about the most important data released. So thank you for joining. Please ask us questions and we'll answer live for you. So Kalpana, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Bruno.
Let's go through the application. And as you do that, I want to do my 1 minute infomercial. At LARVOL, our goal is to be the best in the world at the intersection of cancer, data, and AI. It's not actually all the type of data, it's a clinical data in particular. And we're building solutions for the pharmaceutical and drug discovery industry. So, Kalpana, why don't you walk us through the data that we have on ESMO?
Yeah, sure, Bruno. Okay. For the past 2 weeks, we are doing pre-ESMO, during ESMO, and this is the post-ESMO session. So if everyone remembers who have joined the session, the stats, you can see the stats, increase in the stats. Like we have 1382 abstracts now, and that's a huge amount of X buzz. So you can see like 3,402 Twitter reactions till now, still counting. Okay. And once we go to ESMO, you can see a couple of analytics over here. The top trials by expos, top influencers by expos. So when we did the pre-ESMO, the top trials were little different. But post-ESMO, might be some of the trials are matching, but you can see the entire buzz is changed into something else. And we also have the top influencers by expos, by number of expos actually, and also we capture the views for each of the posts. We have the top companies, we have the influencer trial posts on X, top diagnostics, which is quite interesting. When we did the IMS, what happened is like IMS is a very specific conference. We had very less diagnostics, but you can see the top diagnostics by abstracts for ESMO. This is a huge data, and I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure like we are the only company which can show the top diagnostics by abstracts or top genes by abstracts at one glance. Okay, and we have the top drugs by abstracts. Here, one interesting thing I would like to mention. So every year, the buzz around the drugs might be changing. So this year, it is majorly on, it might be based on BSAB or ADC. But 2 years or 3 years back, it was around IO. So if you want to analyze anything comparison, so you can go to compare with previous years such that you can see. Like last year, there was too much of buzz around pembrolizumab, but this year it is slightly reduced. So you can see how the buzz or how the evolution is happening in the scientific world. Similarly, you can see like the top MOAs by abstracts and also the top conditions by abstracts. Here also you can compare to previous years. So here you can see like in 2023, there's very less buzz around HER2 positive breast cancer, but in 2025, it's at the top. So this is a slight intro for the analytics.
Actually, just before you get that, go back, if you don't mind, to analytics and open the most important page, which is the top trials by expos.
Sure.
I want to, if you could expand that window, I want to get a sense of the overall expanded full screen view, and scroll down a bit so we can see. Right. And of course, we could always easily pick the one that are failed trial because of the important percentage of red negative reactions to the data. So these are easily spottable. And if you go back to the very top, we can also see the one that are practice changing. They're the one that have a strong positive. Now, not every tweet mentioned practice changes. Some of these tweets are just, positive about. They have a positive sentiment. And one of the things that we might try to do is to we're still building in public, right? So I know that Shahir Sheikh, our producer, is listening to us. We're still building in public here. So one of the idea, Kalpana, we could do, in addition to extracting the sentiment by AI of these trials, of these data disclosures, is to extract also practice changing commentaries, which is sometimes a little bit different from just positive. If someone says positive data, it doesn't mean that they're commenting on the impact on the practice. The AI needs to be parameter, and only a portion of all of these posts or all of these reactions are really relevant to practice changing rating. Do you see what I mean?
Yes. Yeah,
We are
Bruno, go
doing
ahead.
a second effort, by the way, which we won't get too deep into today, which is that we are sending surveys to the KOLs, and we ask them either data from Matterhorn, practice changing, high, medium, low, right? How practice changing is it? High, medium, low. And you can see here that the percentage is pretty high. Yeah, same thing for Keynote 905. Not so much for Natalie. People don't seem to be as enthusiastic in describing practice changing pattern. Destiny Breast 05, yes. Destiny Breast 11, maybe it's medium practice changing. So trying to, using AI, translate all of these posts into a rating, an assessment, a calibrated assessment of practice changing high, medium, low. I think that's something that will be valuable for Clean.
Yes.
Let's look at some of the positives. For example, let's take Matterhorn, and let's click on the strongly positive,
Okay.
right, to see how they talk about practice changes.
Yeah. So this is the page where we show the strong positive tweets or expose.
So
Yeah.
these, I don't see too much of a direct statement that it will be practice changing, but we can see still between the line commentary, right? It challenges the current SOC. So that's from Dr. Nimral Roth, who we know actually.
Yes.
Okay. New
We get.
SOC. Well, okay. Dr. Vogel, who's a KOL's KOL, is extremely well respected, right?
Yep.
So that's a very strong commentary. Dr. Amol is probably also commenting on new SOC as well.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So you can see here also, Bruno, as the
Yep.
perioperative as PNG cancer.
Yes. So the idea, I'm again building in public. So I'm mentioning an idea to Kalpana here that we could work on. Our other colleague Ankit might not like it because it's changing again something we worked a lot on. But in a way, we have all these tweets. There are two things we can do with the tweets: extracting a sentiment or extracting commentaries on practice changes. Only probably 1/3, 25% to 1/3 of all of the tweets can be coded with AI in terms of practice changing high, medium, low.
Yes.
Right. And so extracting these and coding them could be a side effort. What do you think of that
But
idea?
yeah, it has its pros and cons, Bruno. We have to
Yes.
evaluate. And audience reaction would be more welcome in this.
Yes. So Kalpa has been very polite, but yeah, it might become an internal conversation. Okay, let's move to the next item, Kalpana. And I think one of the items, unless you have more to show on the site, is going to demo or to show one of the solutions that we also have developed on the basis of the clean data, which is what we call our rapid readout or our recap product. But first,
Yeah.
anything else on the clean website itself?
Yeah, I would like to mention, Bruno, like we have 6,000 plus influencers or 6,000 plus oncologists in our database. But we also quote certain oncologists as top voice in their domain. So if you see, like earlier you have mentioned Dr. Ogle. So here you can see he is a GI top voice and he mentioning it as new SOC adds more weightage. So we capture that information also. I just want to mention that
Yep.
point. Yeah. And one minor point I would like to touch. So it is something like, so for example, I'm going to Destiny Breast 11. So this is the abstract 360 page, we would say, or abstract details page. So we are here, we also show the specific images related to this abstract. Of course, we don't show any information from the conference directly, but these are all the images we have captured from X. The reason behind this is like, as you know, Bruno, like it is like whatever is discussed or posted by X, posted on X by the oncologist is more important. So we show all that information over here.
I've got a
So
thought on that too. If we so first, I always tell our customers 80% of the graphs that matters are
yeah,
available on X, and we
correct.
collected them. So we provide them as low resolution thumbnail like Google does, and then you click on it and you get to the high resolution version where it is. Now, here's my other idea. If you look at that list of
Hmm.
images, some are repeats, right? For example, um, the KM curve seems to be repeated twice, perhaps, and the bar graph is repeated
Hmm.
twice. One as a full image, once as a pictures taken from a camera. And I argue that we don't need both; that we can remove one of them.
Yeah, it looks like that, Bruno, but ideally both are different. For example, in this case, it is PCR.
Oh,
Our team is very vigilant in checking this information and we post only non-duplicate ones.
so
So in
let's
this
check
case,
this one. Let's check whether it's
yeah,
the same or not.
it's the RCB outcomes. So this
So
one is RCB outcomes.
so it is different from the other bar graph.
Correct.
Okay. So once again, the audience, Kalpana, is correct. All right. So I know we only have a few more minutes left. Let's go through the PowerPoint that we generate from our data in near real time. So at the end of every day of the conference, we send a rapid readout or recap to our customer about what happened that day. And then at the end of the conference, we send a final recap. So let's go through that.
Yes. So for example, I'm opening the breast cancer recap, Bruno. So here we show very organized information. It can be the top breast cancer trials based on expose again. So you can see the trials list, and below the trial, you can see the information like in which tumor. We call it as like population definition. So that information would be shown, and beside that, the second column shows the drug that is evaluated or the combination of drugs that is evaluated, the trial rating, number of views, and sentiment posted by oncologists on X. So this is very similar to the bar graph you see on Clean.
By the way, I love that graph. I think it's so it's information dense, and in one page, you've got essentially the breast picture, the cancer,
Correct.
the breast cancer picture of ESMO.
Yes. And this is a recently introduced or reorganized page. So this is a key results page. So you can see the entire information of each abstract in a nutshell, I would say. Like a very small card, but it is very informative. For example, Destiny Breast 11. So this is a P3 trial and it is belonging to which abstract, what type of paper is it, and you can see the population definition, what are the drugs that are evaluated, and also we show the results that are most discussed on X or the most relevant results.
So it's odd. None of them were presidential. They were all profit, but not presidential.
Yes, Bruno. So these
Okay.
are all profit papers.
Okay. Because presidential would be above profit, right, in terms of proeminence of that data.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So, and we have the influence at it's a heat map between the trials versus the influences. So you can see the heat. So which trial has got more heat in terms of like strongly positive or neutral. It can be negative also, and you can see like Erica Hamilton has posted 4 tweets or negative about Evera BC trial. So you can evaluate at one place related to the heat. What is the discussion among the oncologists related to a specific trial? And then we have the top breast cancer oncologists based on expose. I would like to clarify that point. So it's not like on an overall basis, but based on expose, we rank the top breast cancer oncologists.
Are they confirmed to be breast cancer, or is it just based on the number of commentary on breast cancer trials?
Uh, this is based on breast cancer trials post Bruno.
Okay. So, in all fairness, they might not be um, breast cancer experts, right? But they certainly were very prolific
Yes.
and validated by a lot of views. They're oncologists, and they tweeted about cancer data in the breast cancer field, but they might not be truly expert in breast cancer.
Yeah. Usually, Bruno, the top breast cancer oncologists, whatever we show here, 99% of the times their main domain would be breast cancer. So we make sure of that. But in one or odd cases, there might be
Okay,
the other oncologists might be coming into picture.
that sounds good. We have time. We have 1 more minute. So we have time for one more example.
Yeah, I just want to mention one more point, Bruno. So this is again a reorganized page. So you can see earlier we used it to show for the previous recaps, we used it to show only like 4 or 5 tweets at the max. But now we can show like the most important expos, but in a huge amount, it would be like 10
Yeah,
posts. We are picking them.
I love it. I think it's terrific. One thing maybe I would tweak is that on the right, these green buttons.
Hmm.
They I don't know if we need the sort of the 3D effect. The current style is more often flat, but I think it's an extremely valuable page.
Yes. I would like to conclude my like whatever I am saying with one point. It is something like we have completed recaps in a record time, so it is delivered within less than 12 to 16 hours, 12 to 15 hours of time once the conference is complete. And we have done for 5 cancer types: breast, lung, GI, GU, and also like 3 modalities. So that is ADC, bispecifics, and IO. So we have completed all of them within a record time.
You and your colleague did an amazing work, hours, not days, and I don't think anybody can do it.
Yes,
Your team, your colleague, is the only one who were able to do it. It was a mix of technology and extremely hard work during the conference. So thank you very much on behalf of all the users. Now we sell this to pharmaceutical company, but we give it for free to oncologists. So if you're listening to this, if you want to receive that material or get access to Clean, please send us a message or leave a message on social media, and we'll send you the material.
yes. You can also reach out as clean@larvol.com. That's our email ID. One of our colleagues will reach out to you with the respective answer.
So on that note, thank you, and we'll see you next week. And next two conferences that we're going to cover are going to be ASH and SABCS as we get ready for next year with ASCO GI and ASCO GU. So, au revoir.